Hey, it's A Mess in the Kitchen with your hosts, Molly Mogren Cat and Dusty Kugler. How's it going?
Groovy. You?
Awesome. Today, you know what we're talking about?
Yeah. Everyone's favorite holiday, but mine.
I know. Oh my God, Dusty.
I know.
Do you know that it's also kind of not my favorite holiday either? This is weird.
Well, I know what your favorite holiday is, but I thought Thanksgiving would be like a close second for sure.
But why don't you tell everyone why you don't like Thanksgiving?
Because I have to share my freaking birthday with it sometimes. And everyone would think that would be good because, like, oh, all your friends are home. You can go out. No, it doesn't work for me like that. I have to cook everything. I have to clean everything up. I have to set out the leftovers. I mean, I shouldn't say have to. I get to do all those things. But I want to, like, have my birthday because I'm a birthday person.
Yeah, you don't want to be like a Thanksgiving bitch. Like,
No,
you know.
and I totally am.
You are the Thanksgiving bitch.
What is it, like every 6 years or 7 years or whatever?
I don't know, but
Doesn't matter. Even if it's the day before or the day after, same shit. Back to it.
yeah. So, okay. So, like, where do you normally celebrate Thanksgiving?
Normally, traditionally, we switch off between Prentice, my husband's family, and mine. Now, when your kid goes to college, everything changes.
Oh yeah, because Raph's in her
Sophomore year.
Yes,
Yeah.
So you've got
Yes.
one of these under your
So,
belt.
yes. So we've always gone, 1 year is my family, the next year is Prentice's family. And
Do you go to town?
yeah. Well, we used to. And then as my parents have been like getting older and well, once they retired, they were game for going anywhere, right? So they would come up unless it was crappy weather. If it was crappy weather, nobody wanted to do anything.
No.
But they usually would come like 5 days before Thanksgiving because you don't want to drive in the rain.
Oh no, I
Or
remember.
the snow.
Yeah, they're like they'll be like our target date is 5 days before Thanksgiving, but oh, it's gonna rain. Oh, it might snow. Oh, whatever, and then they get there like 2 days before.
Yes. Or why don't we just come November 10th? And then we don't have to worry about it at all. But so we used to go down to Bloomington, Illinois, where I'm from, or Fergus Falls, Minnesota, where Prentice is from. But once your kid goes to college and they're not in their like hometown all the time, it's all about just how we were when we were in college, coming home to see your friends. So I had to carefully explain to my parents, because they don't remember, I was in college forever ago, that it's not that they don't want to see you guys and hang out with family, but like those 3 days are like the greatest 3 days ever.
Oh my
for
God,
a college
the
student.
drunkest 3 days ever.
I know. La 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 la.
Yeah,
I didn't need to hear that, but yes. So, that's what we used to do. Now I typically host. And if the weather isn't bad, my parents will come. We always invite Prentice's entire family, who also, depending on the weather, will or won't come. But usually my sister-in-law and her husband. So Kirsten and Kevin and Stone will come over. But typically I host. One time we went to the Arrowwood Lodge, or I'm butchering it. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
It's in Alexandria, or as people up north call it, Alec. And so we went there, and it was really nice, but didn't feel like Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh, I know we've gone out. We went to the Lowell Inn in Stillwater forever ago.
Yeah,
and I was like, nah.
It's not that food wasn't bad.
No, totally.
Football was on, but we were like at a table at a place. You know what I mean? I like to lay on the couch or the floor, feet on the TV.
Yeah,
like
feet on the TV.
Well, if you,
I know it.
You know what I mean. Like if you're laying on the floor, then you can put your feet up on the TV. That's how I spent my entire childhood.
That's super funny. I can picture it perfectly. I used to lay on the coffee table.
Yeah, kids are weird.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't do that now.
No.
And I'd probably yell at my kids for doing it.
Probably.
Which is sad. But yeah. So that's another reason that Thanksgiving is not my fave, because I'm either working, pissed that it's my birthday and I'm working. I don't get to see my family if it's crappy weather, you know what I mean? Or Prentice's family. Like, I don't know. It's like, I like the extra 2 days off during the week a lot. I don't like Black Friday.
Me neither.
Like, who does that? One time I did it.
I did it one time too. It was awful.
Yeah, all I
Just
got was
kidding.
a throw.
Mother-in-law. That's who I went with.
Oh.
But it's fine. She's not that into it either. They have a little sister through big brothers, big
Oh,
sisters.
yeah.
And she wanted to go shopping. So that's why we went.
Okay, I would have gone.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally. That's worth it. And if my kids were like, I really want to go, I would go once just so they would be like, oh, you're right. This is terrible.
Bananas.
Well, it's like, I'm going to save $10. I don't know. I'm not the crazy 3 a.m.er. So maybe you get great deals. For me, it's like, I don't get enough rest anyway. Why would I get up to go spend money
I agree.
when I could have somebody make breakfast for me or go out to breakfast,
Totally.
which is even better the day after Thanksgiving.
That's funny though. So you don't really, you do make the food, but you don't necessarily like it. Like, is it just the control freak in you that has to host it?
Totally.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like, I'm going to work on, Kirsten has offered, and it's not that I don't think Kirsten can do it.
Your sister-in-law.
Yes. It's not that I don't think she can do it. Whoopsie. Drop my notes. I know she can do it.
Yeah.
I know anybody can do it. I like to host. It's kind of like how I like to put everything in the dishwasher the same way. And if it's not in there, I move it.
Yeah.
I can't help
You just
myself.
like it done your way. And you know what? There's a lot of people who, I mean, you're good at it.
I don't bitch about it. And when everyone's there,
Except
I'm
for
always
today
happy.
here on this
right
podcast.
now I'm bitching about it. But I probably would not have it any other way because I do like hosting people. I love it.
Yeah.
But it's Thanksgiving, though, the meal itself, such a job.
Oh my God. Well,
Why do you have to have 40 things?
I agree. Well, because if you don't have 40 things, it just, like, everyone has their thing. It's a tradition, you know?
Yeah.
It's like Thanksgiving doesn't feel like Thanksgiving without,
That's
Betty's
true.
cranberries. That's what it is in my family.
Ooh, who's Betty?
Oh, my grandma's best friend.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So here's what's funny is I've actually never hosted Thanksgiving
What?
ever.
Does your dad?
No.
Wait, who hosts?
So in my family, it's either my Uncle Pete, which this is kind of newer.
Wow.
So within like the past, like since my grandma died, which was, I don't know. Oh my God, when did she die? Like 7 years ago?
Yep.
So it used to be at her house and now he does it. And he like really has a lot of pride in
that's
cooking.
Fun though.
It's awesome. So he does like the big green egg kind of thing. He makes like 4 different turkeys or something ridiculous.
Oh, I want to come
Love
over.
that. And then my mother-in-law is also like an epic Thanksgiving hostess. So
I can see that.
we're kind of I'm like in that weird age where I would like in some ways I would love to start our own family traditions, but we're kind of just in the in-betweeny spot where
we
just show up places.
Well, and that's good, especially when you have little kids. It sucks kind of sometimes to pack everybody up and go, but it is really nice to not have everybody at your house and then, have it all and then put them to bed and then clean up for 5 hours. So
Oh my God.
it's not my favorite it's not my favorite holiday because of, the birthday thing and all those other reasons I just bitched about. But it is like, it's like the one holiday, even more than Christmas, I think. It's the one holiday where everybody seems to like genuinely be happy to be together because you're eating like a ton of food.
Well, and there's like not all these other expectations. Like
Right. No gifts.
Exactly. No gifts, no whatever.
Yeah.
Plus people I don't really care to lounge around and watch football, but some people seem to love that.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I'll lounge around and watch something else, but
Yeah, I
don't know.
the one thing I like a lot about Thanksgiving meal that we've started to do lately, because my favorite part of Thanksgiving is not the actual meal. It's
Same.
the second meal.
Leftovers.
Yes.
Oh my God, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Thanksgiving can kind of suck it.
We started,
Sorry.
so we used to always do 2 or 3 o'clock or whatever.
Yep.
And then I was like, well, I'm not even really hungry at 7 o'clock. So when I started hosting, we eat at like between 11:30 and 12:30.
Hell yes.
So then that way, full on sandwich slash whatever you have left over at like 5. And then you don't feel like absolute
Oh my
dog
God.
shit, later. Because I'm like, oh, I ate my leftovers at 5:30 or 6 instead of like 9:30 when you're like, I need to have a sandwich.
Yes.
I should just have a sandwich.
No, I'm super on board with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So what do you think is is there an overrated?
You know what I'm going to say.
Oh my-
Overrated food? You know what I'm going to say.
I bet it's the same as mine. What's yours?
Mashed potatoes.
Oh, no, that's not mine. You know what mine is? Turkey.
Oh, I love it.
Really? Kinda.
I made a killer one last year. I think that's why.
So, okay. So what did you do?
Okay, so my mom typically, here's 2 turkeys that are my favorite.
Okay.
I can't remember JP, who works with me, who like is the culinary director at work. He told me the easiest way to do it because I kind of was having anxiety about doing it for the first couple of years. And I was almost like, I'm just going to go to the store and get it done.
Yeah.
Like, if I can just get rid of the turkey anxiety, then I can make everything else. I wouldn't be worried about it.
Turkey anxiety is legit. Like, everything else is stuff you probably maybe make on the regular. But most people only roast a turkey once a year.
That's true.
Doing that and then having the pressure to make like 40 freaking sides.
I know. It's
like,
a
how
lot.
do you even have the
And the
space?
turkey part is kind of scary because if you mess that up, what are you going to do? Like, you can't even order pizza. Frozen pizza, I guess.
Frozen pizza. This podcast sponsored by Heggies.
But that's the tough part is like, that's the main thing. So once I figured out how to make like a really good one, then I was like, oh, I totally get this.
Okay, so what do you do?
I'm going to do it super fast. So mine, rub the entire thing with so much butter.
Yep.
And then some salt and pepper. Super easy. Don't rinse it. People rinse it all the time, which I think is weird. Then you have to like pat it dry, and then your sink gets all contaminated.
Oh, yeah.
Yuck. So anyway, I do that. And then, because all of this stuff is going to cook off anyway, if there's any sort of funk on there, it's going to have a high enough temperature, it's gone.
Do you not brine yours?
No.
Just because it's like a racket?
Just because it's like extra work.
100%,
it probably works amazingly.
I think if I was going to make a turkey, I'd probably try brining it and then like in salt and water and whatever.
You know me. Seriously, you think I could have a bucket of a raw turkey in my house? No effing way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just going to walk by the turkey bucket. That's not going to work for me. So that's why I don't brine them.
Turkey bucket.
Well, don't you have to immerse it?
Well, yeah. And how about this is even gross. Like, I think Andrew said this. He sometimes brines it. Andrew Zimmerman brines his in a cooler. Doesn't that seem like...
Unless it's a disposable cooler. No, I'm not doing that.
Okay. So
back to it. Butter, salt, pepper. Stuff it with, what did I stuff it with last year? Like rosemary, thyme, all those kind of like, woody, yummy
if it's in
sort
the
of
song.
things. Yeah, put it in there.
If it's in the song.
Parsley, sage. Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
An apple, an orange, and then I think like onions. I don't think I did carrots and celery, but I did put it under the roaster. So you have to have the right pan, which is another reason that I never did it right, because I used those disposable pans because I didn't want to clean anything. I just wanted to throw it out. I had a pan. You have to have the
like grate thing in there.
Yeah,
so it's like a roasting pan with the rack.
Yeah, because you have to have a little bit of water in
for
there.
one for my wedding. Guess how many times I've used it.
So use it this year.
Well, I'm not hosting Thanksgiving.
Well, just do it on a Friday night then. Hey. You'd be surprised, actually. And then you put carrots and celery and onions and whatever you want underneath it. So it's like aromatic-y sort of stuff. That flavor kind of gets in the turkey. That's what he told me. Who knows? I believed him because it tasted delicious. And then you can either cook it on a high temp for a short amount of time, which is interesting. I was afraid to do that.
Yeah.
But I did the like traditional 325 or whatever at 14 or 13 minutes a pound and cover it for like the first half and then uncover it. It was killer. It was so delish. So good. And then my mom, totally opposite. She covers hers in mayonnaise.
Mayo. Yes, I remember you saying that. I did that once.
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But similar.
Mm-hmm.
She makes it similar to what I did. And then, but mayo. It was good. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I like the other stuff better.
Me too.
But it wasn't as, for some reason, I wasn't as nervous about it because I think he told me what to do. And I was like, oh, he's a chef.
Yeah.
So
that helps.
It's going to work. And it did.
And why don't you like mashed potatoes?
Total waste of space. Yeah. Why would I fill my stomach with that?
It's like packing peanuts.
Yeah, it's just like there. And I get it, like, what? It's the best part, like salty, buttery. No, how about just butter on bread or something? I'd rather have bread. You know me, chips. Like, I don't want mashed potatoes.
The bread is that's kind of also overrated for me, unless it's those Hawaiian buns.
Oh, yeah.
Why are those are so good for leftovers?
Oh, they probably have like 10 cups of sugar in them.
Yeah.
Who cares? They're so good
I
for
don't
leftovers.
Yes. Because they're squishy.
I know. They're so soft. Like pick off the roof of your mouth soft.
Yes, 100%.
So weird. So that's what I think. What do you think is the most overrated again?
Turkey.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. How did I miss that?
I don't
we just
know.
talked
I
about
just
it for
am
10
like,
minutes.
Although, yeah, the last couple of years with my uncle making the turkey is like delicious. So,
And so which way did he make it that you liked it the best?
I think he smoked it on the green egg.
Huh.
You know, a thing where you started at like 2 a.m.
Oh.
Probably crack open your first beer.
Wow.
By the time.
It's dedication.
Hell yeah, it is.
That would be fun. I would sleep over. Did you sleep over?
No.
Oh.
But I made Josh drive. Well, I also, that's the other thing. Do you drink at Thanksgiving? I know.
A lot.
Because I've never had that I've never really, like, it's not like my family doesn't drink, but.
Well, we don't drink so my parents aren't like big drinkers. They never really have been. So like during the meal, we don't really drink. But like, I think we probably made a Bloody Mary before. Because my mom would have it a little later.
Yep.
And Prentice would have a couple of beers because we're always watching football.
Yep.
But my parents have this really interesting house, which Molly knows about, that I'm going to give a little insight into. So this retirement house they build, it has one huge bedroom.
Not to be confused with a retirement home. That's different. This is a house.
Yeah, this is where they live and are never moving from, apparently, my dad said. But they have a huge garage. The rest of the house doesn't really matter. They have this huge garage with a heater, a shower.
What? A shower?
Well, my dad was in construction, so he would come home and my mom would be like, shower out there.
Yes. Oh my God.
Leave your dirty
your
clothes
mom.
out there. I know. It's fun. It's really funny. So we have a stove. There's an oven. So we were able to do Thanksgiving really well there. But we always ate in the garage. So the TV's always on out there. We eat on, big tables. It's super casual. Lots of people would come over and visit. Like everyone after we ate the first time always came to my house to eat the second time because we had good wine and beers and we were making cocktails. But mostly like my mom's cooking was amazing and everyone wanted to eat it the second meal. So it was kind of different. It was more like a party versus like a traditional Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving at my house and at my parents' house was never, ever, ever formal. Super casual. Like
same. I always put really casual at my family's, but then at Josh's parents' house, like
linen napkins.
Yeah.
We
and
don't do
like
that.
his sister likes to go on Pinterest and find out, like cute ways to fold them.
Yeah,
and
I've
stuff.
never done that. I think it'd be kind of cool, but I've never experienced that. Mine's super casual. So yes, we drink at Thanksgiving.
I don't know. I feel like everyone's like secretly drunk at my family's Thanksgiving.
Really?
Like sneaking beers or like, you know what I mean? Not just like chugging wine or chugging white zin at the table.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
Well, there's also like how many people at yours? Like 100?
Like 45. It's a
massive.
lot of people.
That's so fun, though.
It is fun.
That's so fun. Yeah, it's just now that my sister's gone, it's just me, my kids, my husband, and my parents. That's it. And then people come over afterwards. But like, smaller family. We never had like a huge, huge Thanksgiving, but it was always fun.
So let's talk. Can we talk more like side dishes and things? Because are you a gravy person?
I am a gravy person. I love it. I don't like making it.
Oh, I made it for the first time literally 2 weeks ago.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, it was okay.
It is kind of a weird thing.
I know.
It's just stuff, right?
It's
just like, it's not like, I don't know. It's good to dip stuff in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been much of a gravy person, so.
I like it on sandwiches, I would say. Like if you redo stuff, but I don't like mashed potatoes, so.
Right.
Oh, I keep doing that. Sorry.
Dusty keeps dropping her notes.
I don't even need them, so why am I?
It's true.
On to
I know.
that?
I did all the work.
You did.
I'm like the Thanksgiving
usual.
bitch of this episode.
Yes, you are. You got all the info. Yeah, you're making this really easy because I'm just answering questions.
Okay, so yeah, I like have zero go-to gravy recipe. I don't know.
But it was good. So where'd you make it out of?
So I made it. It was for a recipe with. It was not Thanksgiving related. It was just like these meatballs that I made. And I just had like they were pork, So there was some fat and stuff left in the pan, and I added some broth and arrowroot powder, which was it was because I was doing like a Whole30 kind of thing, so cornstarch wasn't an option, but it kind of works the exact same way. So I just mixed those together and let it cook down. A little salt and stuff
So not milk
good.
gravy, but like
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, do you do the milk gravy with like the peppery flecks in it?
It just depends. Sometimes. Now that I can make.
Yeah.
The other kind is like intimidating to me.
Oh.
Like that was like one of my worst things. I had 2 bad cooking experiences, like really bad. One was a tuna melt. I'm not even going to go there. And the other one was gravy.
What happened?
It just like no matter what I did, it was inedible. So I kept adding things, and then I would try something else and try. It was just nasty,
and it just kept getting worse and worse.
Yeah, so it's just that's an intimidating thing for me is gravy. It seems so simple, but it isn't. The white gravy is different because that's like biscuits and gravy.
Yeah,
or you can put it on, like if you fry pork chops, you can make it out of the little sticky meat stuff.
Yeah,
oh, that's good. Yeah, but like gravy. Mm-mm.
Well, I guess I made gravy, and I thought it was kind of easy. But see, you get psyched out of things super easily.
Probably.
I mean, not you specifically. I think we all do.
So what other sides do you guys traditionally have?
Okay, so now I got in major trouble for this.
From who?
I was on some on a radio show. And was a guest host on a Thanksgiving podcast. And I basically made it seem like I have like the most like white trash family based on what I said.
That's awesome. Why? Okay. Repeat what you said because I want to know.
Because I was like, we just have the canned sweet potatoes, which is true with like marshmallows on them. And then like stovetop stuffing. And cans of cranberries. Okay. Well, I got schooled.
A lot of people do that.
Well, totally. But the thing is, I later learned that actually for Thanksgiving, the stuffing is made from scratch.
Oh.
So
shame on you.
I know, but then like I think I got that mixed up with the cajillion other family dinners.
Yes, you guys have a big family, so you do a lot of stuff.
So like stovetop was probably a part of those.
But who was mad about it?
Oh, like the people who actually make the food for. And then my Uncle Brian, who doesn't make the food except for he does make one thing. This is like the thing for
Jell-O.
my Jell-O. No, it isn't Jell-O. Though Watergate salad is definitely a thing.
Wait.
That is...
What?
Do you know Watergate salad?
No.
Okay. Well, we call it green fluff.
Ooh.
I know.
So it's got Jell-O in it? Marshmallows.
It's got...
whipping cream.
Cool Whip, which is not whipping cream. Cool Whip, I think it has...
With lettuce?
Oh,
okay.
I think it has crushed pineapple.
Oh.
Cool Whip. Maybe like a pistachio pudding.
Ugh.
And then it's topped with maraschino cherries.
Oh my!
It's all like whipped up.
And I'm going to be quiet because I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this is not a thing that I like.
Who makes this?
Like, it's always at every family. Like, someone's like, I'll bring the green fluff.
I've never even heard of it.
I don't know what it is. I'm always just like, ooh.
Do you eat it?
I'll have a bite, but...
Do your kids eat it?
No, they have not. I don't think so. I mean,
How
is
about
it mac
Josh?
and cheese?
Yeah.
No, my kids won't eat it. Josh would probably have a bite of it. But it's definitely like a throwback 50s and 60s kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine it. That's not
Right.
anything I would come near.
Okay, so...
But I don't like Cool Whip. You know that.
Well, I don't either.
Or
Ew.
pudding. I'd rather eat a shoe than pudding. I would. Pudding to me is like, who came up with that? It is nasty. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean...
It's like eating a banana and then just squishing it through your teeth a million times. That's what pudding is to me. Ugh.
I don't mind it, but
Yikes.
it reminds me of like being sick as a kid or something.
Oh, yeah. Like the
Yeah.
hospital food.
Yeah,
I get
it is
that.
hospital food.
Yeah, I get it.
Delicious.
Never liked it.
So our big thing with our family is my grandma Arlene's best friend, Betty Jordan,
Oh, yeah.
always made cranberries from scratch.
And they're good?
Oh my God. They're so good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll have to find the recipe and I'll put it on the
You'll have to
like,
share
the
the
show
recipe.
notes. But like,
'cause I would like to make that.
because well, here's the best part is that my Uncle Brian usually spearheads him and my Uncle Whitey maybe.
Yeah, they
Like,
make it.
Yeah, they make a crap ton of them. So like we'll have cranberries year round.
Ooh, really? That's a lot.
I know.
Well, you don't need a lot of it.
No, you don't. You just
not
have
like
a little.
somebody
I feel like
fills
you
their
just
plate with
kind of.
it.
It's sort of like, oh, I know you do this. Okay, McDonald's egg McMuffin. When you put a little smear of
Grape jelly.
on it,
Yeah,
it's
totally.
like
Best hungover food ever.
yes. So that's kind of how I feel about the
Oh.
cranberries. Where
Mhm.
I'll like, that's
With all
like the
your
grape
salty.
jelly
Yeah.
of Thanksgiving for me.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. The one thing that I don't make
Mm-hmm.
that is similar to that is funny. That is Prentice's uncle, Perry, and his wife, Janet, make this like cranberry chutney stuff,
Oh,
which typically I would
does
be
it have
like,
orange in it?
yeah, it's like orange rind
Mhm.
and cranberries that they, boil, like make it from scratch too. And then it's got some weird stuff in it, but it's good. Like it has celery in it. That sounds super weird.
Nope, that
But
sounds
it's so
right.
good. And walnuts, I think. I don't
Mhm.
know. And it's typically something that I'm like, it's damn good. It's got ginger and it's so good.
It's sort of like don't ask too many questions, just eat it.
It's really,
Yeah.
it's tasty. It's one of my favorite things. So I can get that recipe too because it seems a little weird, but it's really delicious.
At least there's not like a can of Coke in it or something. Or peanuts.
No,
I don't know.
no.
I feel like Thanksgiving is when all the freaky jello-y, like, what the F is this thing
Yeah.
come out.
We do. My mom makes corn, scalloped corn.
What's that?
So that's something weird that most people who come to our house always want the second meal because they never get it at their house. So
Yeah.
I always had it at my house because it's my dad's favorite thing that my mom
Mhm.
makes. It's basically cream corn, like
Uh-huh.
canned cream corn.
Yep.
Sugar, like
Okay.
a full sleeve of saltines,
Oh,
milk,
Mm-hmm.
and then you like mix it all together and bake it. So it's kind of like a corn casserole sort of thing.
Have you made this before?
No, I've made the
For-
corn casserole that
Yes,
has like
okay.
cornbread in it.
Yeah. All right.
No, this is different. It's kind of runny, but
Mhm.
everyone goes ape shit over it.
It sounds kind of like.
Yeah, it's like scallop,
Mhm.
and she calls it scalloped corn.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a winner at the Eiler household.
Yeah, it sounds. Oh, that sounds delicious, actually.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, stuffing, do you put yours in the bird? You make it separate?
Never in the bird.
Right.
Because if you make it in there, you really shouldn't eat it. I mean, talk about getting sick. Yuck.
Do you? I mean, I don't know. I've never. Mm-mm.
No,
I've
stuff
never-
that with vegetables and shit you're never going to eat.
Yeah, the parsley, sage, rosemary, and
And I will say, as you were talking about the stuffing,
Mhm.
I'm guilty.
Stovetop.
Always cornbread.
Oh, cornbread stuffing.
Always. Because that to me, kind of like the gravy, why even mess with it? Like that is freaking awesome, super salty, and everybody likes it. Why would
Yeah.
I do anything but that? I'm a cheater.
Yeah.
I can't help it. There are certain things I'm just not going to do. That's one of them. My mom makes some killer stuffing, and I watch her. It takes all day.
Yeah.
I'm like, not going to do it.
Do you want to hear a major dick move?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay, so my mother-in-law also makes stuffing from scratch, and every Thanksgiving she makes a special thing of stovetop for her stupid kids. My
Oh.
husband.
That you'll do that too.
I know, but I'm like, what kind of? I'm
Why
like,
doesn't she just go with the easy one?
what do you mean?
Why
well,
does she
because
make the
she
other?
likes.
Oh,
it's
she
just-
likes the other
Yeah,
one.
and
Oh.
it's just the kids that are like, we don't like your delicious homemade stuffing. Just add water to like a bunch of crumbs in a box.
It's totally
That's
what
what we
it is.
want. I know.
It's crumbs and salt.
Crumbs and salt, just like that bottom of cereal boxes or something.
And all you have to do is broil it for like 3 minutes, and everyone's like, that is the best stuffing I've ever had. I'm like, thank you, Betty Crocker, or whoever makes it. I'm
It's
like,
sort of
what
like
is it? Stovetop? Who makes
I
that?
don't know.
Whatever big food company makes it, thank you. I don't know who it is.
You can sponsor the show though.
Yes.
Okay,
Why not?
dessert.
Mm.
What do you do?
What do we have? Almost always a pumpkin pie
Yep.
and pecan pie.
Yes. pecan
One
pie is
year we
delish.
did, but I don't like pie.
You don't?
I don't like pie crust.
Oh, I love pie crust.
Well, I don't like pumpkin pie. That's also like so incredibly close to pudding.
No, you're right. It is.
Mhm.
Yep.
So the pecan pie I like, except for that weird stuff in the middle. Also kind of like pudding.
Yeah. What is it? It's like gritty and like
Yeah, nope. not going there. So I like to make apple crisp, but
mhm.
it's always too much. So I kind of just personally skip the dessert. Everybody else eats the dessert. I just don't eat it, and then I have more food. That's what I do for dessert.
Yeah. Okay, so I like pumpkin pie.
I think most people do.
Yeah. But here's the deal. I made it once from scratch because I thought I was going to be awesome. I'm like, ooh, look at me winning Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Really?
Well, here's first of all, what I learned. I mean, I made it from
You made
scratch,
from
meaning
the pumpkin?
oh
you-
yeah.
Oh,
not
wow.
not like a
That's
like trick or
aggressive.
treat, not like that.
Yeah.
I made it from like a pumpkin that you whatever.
Right. A pie pumpkin.
Okay, yeah. But the problem is that most pumpkin pie like that you get in a can is actually a variety of squash, like different kinds. So it's not even the same
I
thing.
gotcha. So it tasted different.
Yeah, it tasted like, imagine the texture of pumpkin pie, but the flavor of air.
Nope.
Yeah, it was.
You got me at the texture, remember?
I know,
So-
but I like made it. It took for freaking ever, and then I was like, then it just said at Thanksgiving, like
No
with
one ate
one
it.
piece gone. I was like, damn it.
Did the baker square pie get eaten?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like my recommendation is just go to Costco or
Oh, yeah,
any
and those
sort
are
of.
massive.
Oh my God, they're so big. Just don't even bother.
No.
Don't even bother trying to make your
Well,
own
yeah, they know
dessert
what they're
unless you're
doing.
like a dessert person.
Yeah.
Like Josh's mom's best friend makes a pumpkin pie cheesecake every year.
That would be good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people are, you know me, I'm a buyer, not a baker.
Mm-hmm.
Just not my thing.
What do you farm out for Thanksgiving?
Well, remember I thought about doing the turkey.
Yep.
What do I farm out? So what do I have people
or like
bring?
have people bring or you buy somewhere.
So dessert.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm hosting, dessert, gravy, and the cornbread
Or do
stuffing.
you
You know
just
what I
have
mean?
somebody else make the gravy.
I either have somebody make the gravy, like Prentice's mom is really good at making gravy, and
Mhm.
so
and then canning it and then saving it and
Yes.
bringing it to your house 2 years later.
exactly.
Okay.
I probably still have some meatballs in my basement in a jar that have got some gravy in them. So I don't like to do those things,
Mhm.
and then I cheat on the stuffing because I do the stovetop, and then
Mhm.
I have a lot of people. So what we typically do is because we're eating earlier,
Mhm.
I like people to bring like fruit and like
Yeah.
a veggie tray
Like
sort of thing.
appetizer
yeah,
thing,
and
yeah.
then cheese and crackers and things that we'll eat later.
Mhm.
And so that's typically what I have people bring because I don't. Even though there's like a billion sides, we've sort of narrowed it down to like turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Always green bean casserole.
Mhm. With the crispy
Always.
onions. I like that.
Always. So Kelly, our dear friend Kelly, gave me an awesome recipe a few years ago of like not using anything canned,
Mm.
and it was killer. So to my dad's dismay, he did like it, but he was like, "Where are the canned green beans?" He
know,
did
that's
like
the
it, but it
problem
was
with-
really good. So that's a good impressor. So if you
Okay.
want to go to, if somebody's like, bring a side, I can also give you that recipe. But it was killer. Like the flavor was so different. You didn't have the like aluminy
Yeah.
sort of flavor.
Yeah.
You kind of get it. I don't care. I like casseroles, whatever. But yeah, they all have the same thing: cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, whatever. And this, you kind of made it bechamel yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really flavorful. So that was a good one. So we have that, and then we didn't even talk about my mom's sweet potatoes, but
Oh,
I know
yeah.
we've talked about them before.
Well, let's just give a quick refresher for anyone who hasn't. Who
That
doesn't
is
know.
the other thing that people come to our house for, because my mom's sweet potatoes are like none other. Twyla can probably relate because they're very southern. She only makes them in the same cast iron skillet.
Oh yeah, the one that's been around since like.
Yeah, never had soap
whenever.
in it ever. Like,
Oh, I bet.
it's like amazing. It's just sweet potatoes cut thin, butter, brown sugar, and a little water, and you don't stir.
Yeah, you just
Don't
let it sit
ever.
forever.
You let them sit, and like they caramelize.
You do in the oven.
No,
Stovetop.
Yeah, stovetop, and they cook kind of for a while, but you can't touch them. You can't stir them because if you do, mush.
Okay.
They are the best. Takes about 45 minutes, but you have
Okay.
to do them on like the certain perfect temperature, like medium, low. So good.
How do we get the recipe for that?
You don't. I just gave it to you.
Okay, so you basically it's like a
So peel
Just-
sweet potatoes.
Yep.
Cut them thin, not thin like a potato chip thin, but like
Yeah.
let's say between an eighth and a quarter of an inch, right?
Yeah.
Does
That sounds
sense?
right. Mm-hmm.
And because your sweet potatoes are going to be tons of different sizes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you layer them. And as you're layering
So they're
them,
like circles.
they're circles.
'Kay.
They're, like discs.
Discs.
Yeah. So you, it has to be a cast iron skillet.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's a perfect amount of stick, it's the right amount of stick.
Okay.
And so you lay them on the bottom and then you put slices of butter in there, brown sugar, more potatoes, slices of butter, brown sugar. And you do it just to the top. You have to have a lid.
Okay.
And so you put just enough water in there. So you like look at the skillet. It's just enough water so it's halfway or a little less in the skillet.
Okay.
And that's because you have to boil them. So first you turn it on high, right? And you
Okay.
get it. And once that water starts boiling, then you know it's going to cook down with the sugar and the butter
Mm-hmm.
and sort of caramelize everything. And then you turn it to medium low. What did I say? Medium low.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you cover them and they just sit there.
For like 45 minutes.
Yeah. When you watch them, you can see as they're like getting softer.
Well,
So-
not with the lid on, you can't.
Well, you can take it off. You just
Okay.
can't stir it. Don't
Okay.
ever stir it.
Okay.
But they're cool. They turn black. Some of them are black on the edges. Some of them are like, they're perfect though. When you take a bite, like they're somehow crispy and soft at the same time. I know that
Mhm.
doesn't really make a lot of sense, but
No, it
they're
kinda
killer.
does.
But you don't need salt, pepper. You need nothing. It's strictly
Really?
that. Well, but Twyla had mentioned maple syrup, which I've never done before. But I guess the sugar and the butter is kind of
like a-
similar.
Kind of like
thing.
maple syrup, but without fat. I mean, the maple syrup doesn't
Right.
have, yeah. The butter
Yes.
adds like the fat.
Yeah, so I guess you could make them the same way, right? With
Mhm.
maple syrup instead of those two things. I don't know, but they're good. And that's always the first thing to be gone.
It sounds delicious. I
It
think
is
I should
good.
just try making it
Yeah,
on my own.
you should. Your kids will eat them.
Yeah,
like
right.
candy.
My kids
No, they
don't
will.
eat crap. They're like hot dogs. My daughter just wants ketchup. I'm like, ketchup with what? No, just ketchup. That's not a food.
No, a
That's
condiment.
frosting.
it's a condiment.
We call that tomato frosting in our house.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So let's talk briefly about like how are you a good guest at Thanksgiving? Like,
Help,
right?
or at least offer. I hate it when people don't.
Me too.
And I most likely will say, no, I got it. Because,
Right.
I like to put things in the dishwasher the
Of
way I
course.
like them. But
Take out the garbage.
just offer.
Right.
Like, what can I do? What do you need help with? Sit.
Right.
That's all you have to do.
I like keeping an eye on the garbage, eye on recycling,
Eye on the kids.
eye on the kids. Yes. These
Yeah.
are all good things.
Yeah, just be helpful even if people don't want your help.
Right.
Just be helpful. Or just
Exactly.
ask. Because I think 50% of the time people will be like, yeah, can you do this? Which is probably,
Oh
can you
my
take out the
gosh.
garbage? Or will you wipe this up? Or I just spilled that or whatever.
Yeah, I
Or
just
can you
spilled
get me
that,
a
or-
drink?
Yes. Yes, exactly. Can you get me a drink? You know what I realized? I skipped my favorite thing about Thanksgiving.
What is it?
It's like the one recipe that I bring places. 'Cause it's
Toffee?
No, well, I do make that. No, I printed it off today because I usually bring a salad to Thanksgiving.
Sorry. Oh my God. I don't know what I just did.
Is the idea of a salad at Thanksgiving disgusting to you?
No, but that's really funny because you had sent me a few questions, maybe a little outline about what we were going to talk about. And the one thing I noticed is that I do like it when people offer to bring salad because it doesn't always get eaten. But we shouldn't just be eating all that crap. So that's really
Right.
good that you bring that.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I'm going to tell you this delicious, awesome recipe.
Mm.
It is a shaved Brussels sprout and bacon salad.
Ooh, yum.
Okay.
Wait. Like you shave them yourself, like on a
Oh,
mandolin?
Get ready.
Oh.
I
You
know.
can buy those at Trader Joe's.
Okay, so here's the thing. On this, I got this recipe from my favorite sort of food blog, Pinch of Yum. The ones who I say I
yes.
love their recipes, but the descriptions of the
Yes.
recipes are way too long.
Yes.
But this recipe is the shit. It's so good.
Ooh.
So she said, don't be tempted. buy the pre-shaved ones. They're just never as good because they don't get thin enough.
I could see that.
So,
Did you take out part of your thumb, though?
what? Well, that's the thing. It's like pure. I mean, it's so stressful shaving.
And they're tiny.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like it's cabbage where you can
So,
really get in
so I have
there.
this mandolin, which is basically a super fancy. It's not like a wandering minstrel. I always think of that. It's like
Not the music,
no,
the
not
cutter.
the music. So it's like a sharp as hell, like little slidey thing that where every time you slice something on it super thinly, you're like, please don't get my fingers. Please don't get my fingers.
That is so true.
I know, but you can make them super thin and then you don't cook them. So they're raw in the salad.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It is really good.
Okay, so what do you do once you have them?
You've got that. You make this dressing. Let's see, the dressing, it's got lemon, orange, cider vinegar, a shallot, olive oil, salt and pepper. So it's like super basic,
okay.
like kind of vinaigrette-y.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you do the shaved Brussels sprouts, a cup of almonds, then cooked bacon, like 6 slices. So you chop that up, and a cup of Parmesan.
Oh, yum.
And then if you want to make it festive, this is my own little addition.
Yeah.
Pomegranate seeds.
Oh, yum. That
Kind of make it cute, you know?
And I like that.
And you can either do that
flavor.
yourself or just buy a container of that pre-done because ain't nobody got time for pomegranates.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's such a pain.
Right. So anyway, just you don't cook the Brussels sprouts at all. You mix it all up. I promise it doesn't smell farty. It's
really?
No, it's good. It's like, and the thing is too, because the Brussels sprouts are kind of hearty, like it's a salad you can eat as a leftover.
Okay. This is all I'm wondering. How many freaking Brussels sprouts do you have to shave in order to fill a bowl?
Okay.
Like a
So
1
this
million?
for this recipe, this is just a 1x. So how many people is that for?
What's a serving?
8 to 10? I don't know. I mean,
Maybe for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Everyone just takes a scoop, right? Okay.
So it says 4 dozen.
Oh my
Brussels
God,
sprouts.
that is so much mandolin handling.
Well, you know what? Someone's got to be the Thanksgiving bitch. I mean, that's like...
That's true. No, but that's a winner. Like, if you brought that to my... By the way, why haven't you brought that to my house?
I don't know, but I will.
Okay. Well, you have
It's
little
so
kids,
good.
so...
It's so good.
I'm going to try it, except for I really don't want to shave those Brussels sprouts.
Well, make someone else do it. Make someone else put their little tiny fingers at risk.
It makes me nervous.
Like,
don't cut your fingers off. Yikes.
Yeah, I think bringing a good, like a salad, because...
Yeah. It's always a good addition that no one's thinking of.
Right, because everyone needs
Totally.
like, some real fiber and,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, but that would be good second time around, too.
Totally. It's delicious.
Second meal.
Okay, what's on your leftover sandwich?
Whatever kind of bread. So I don't eat bread during the dinner because
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Waste
But-
of space.
Yeah,
I
totally.
100% agree.
But so usually if that chutney stuff or cranberries, whatever that is, for sure. My mom always made a ham and a turkey. So it depended on which I ate the most of
Mm-hmm.
earlier.
So you
And-
switch it.
Yeah. And if it's ham, then I don't do the cranberries, I do mustard.
Oh, yeah.
And anything that's laying around, like if there's any pickles, because we usually do like olive relish tray
Mhm.
sort of thing. If it's turkey, then definitely cranberries. Definitely a tiny bit of mayonnaise
Mm-hmm.
or gravy. If there's good gravy, that's going on there. And then anything that's laying around, like pickles, pickled cauliflower, anything, I just throw it all on there. Most of the people in my family will put mashed potatoes on their sandwich, but I do not do that.
See, I mean, that's kind of like a maybe for me, I guess.
Mhm.
But I like the Hawaiian buns or any other sort of squishy roll
Mhm.
with turkey, cranberries, stuffing, for sure. And
Oh, yeah.
then
Maybe
maybe
put
that's
stuffing
it.
on there. Oh yeah,
Maybe
that would be
that's
good. I never do that because I used to be a person that had those separated plates. Like I didn't want anything to touch. So
Wait, as an adult?
yeah, kind of through college
I think
even.
we still do that at my family stuff.
Through college, I never
So-
liked the corn touching the potatoes, touching the
I can
I
never
got
quite
over it.
decide what to put where.
I got over it. Yeah, Thanksgiving, that's probably why it stressed me out too. Not only because it was stealing my birthday, but that all my food was touching. There's
Yeah,
no
it's
way
like
around
one big giant heap, like covered in gravy, and then topped with corn. That's like another thing a lot of my uncles do. I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
That's like a Kentucky Fried Chicken thing, isn't it?
I
Like a
don't even
bowl
know.
with corn on it. Wait, so just corn?
Mhm.
Like just canned corn? You
Yeah,
guys would
yeah,
have
yeah.
as a side? Oh, we never had that side. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
Mhm.
It's Thanksgiving-y.
Yep.
I get it.
I don't know.
What didn't we cover?
I don't know. I think
Talked
what
about
we're thankful for.
potatoes. Oh, yeah.
What are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for? Let's see. So many things.
I know, me too.
You know, family, being healthy, kids, friends, all that kind of stuff. Not getting hangovers.
Oh yeah, is that because you don't drink, or because?
No, I've learned in my almost 50, I'm going to be 50.
Oh my gosh.
Actually,
right.
I'm 50 right now.
Yeah, when this comes out.
Totally.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, because this is one of my off years. My birthday is a week before Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
I'm thankful that I'm 50. How's that?
That's
I
good.
made it this long.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Without having a nervous breakdown. Just kidding.
Or at least not lately.
Yeah. I think, everything. I don't know. I don't have much to complain about, really.
I know. I don't either. I don't
In the
have much
scheme
to
of
complain
things.
about.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm thankful for this podcast.
And I'm thankful
And for you. I'm thankful for Twyla. I'm just thankful, damn it.
Me too.
Thanksgiving, bitch.
Well, I guess with that, thanks for listening. Have a nice Thanksgiving.
Yep, enjoy.
And have fun cleaning your kitchen.
Or someone else's.
Happy Thanksgiving, bitch. Thank you for listening to a Mess in the Kitchen podcast. We're really impressed that you made it all the way to the end. You can learn more about our show at amessinthekitchen.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. The show is produced by Twyla Dang of Matriarch Digital Media. She's got tons of great shows at matriarchdm.com. If you like the show, please rate and review us. It helps new people find the show. And until next time, here's to good enough cooking. Cheers.